EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. I'll tell you, you wouldn't think 30,000 people could make this noise. That's half the size of a normal NFL stadium, but this is no normal crowd. They are ready to go as their Chargers get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. A big welcome back carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. And he powers his way up past the 30. Corey Liggett makes the stop.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, Johnson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, but some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And Gresham has it left side. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. His end zone, Brissett. And his first look is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well. When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job, to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
Now Brissett. Henry's got it out on the left side. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And fights through one man. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He needed 2. He got 1. And that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Well, they started that drive all the way back at the 1, able to march down, get 3.
It was daunting to begin with, wasn't it? But I thought overall, a very poised and efficient drive to get 3 points.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Here we go now. Go Lightning! Go Lightning! Detroit!
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. This one complete to Gresham. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And he's got Gresham. And he'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out.
Set. 319. 319. Detroit. Detroit.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. David Johnson here on the catch. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Yeah, he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
They'll run it with Hill. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Jeremy Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are in for 6. Dawson tacks on the point after, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Jackson now to return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw, Brissett. Forced out to his left. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
On 3rd down, Brissett. He's airing it out for Williams. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. When someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
After the interception, here's Rosen. And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And a 10th carry for Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
He gives it left side to Johnson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful not being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Second down, Brissett. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Throwing, Brissett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Again, it's Brissett. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Southern California after this. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll throw again. Brissett. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now Gordon on first down. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Ohio!
Out of the gun, Brissett going underneath for Gordon. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Brissett. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Webster.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter.
Watching now, Barney.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So we've reached, and just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the 2nd half gets started. Jackson now to return. Shrugs him off. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10. They'll start the 3rd quarter on the ground with Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Brissett now on 2nd down. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A nice gain of 21 yards. Brissett now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Off the play fake, here's Brissett. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Macklin that time, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He's got him in. It's Williams. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Flex round! Flex round!
Back to the ground now with Gordon. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. And he'll bang that one through. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! 319! 319! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Over!
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
All right, here we go. 319! 319! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Hold on! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Again, it's Johnson. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. It's Jaleel Adai who brings him down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
All right, now, lucky 56!
gun. Here's Josh Rosen. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Brissett. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Brissett now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Henry's got it out on the left side. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. A second down throw for Brissett. Green with a catch left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Brissett now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
A good run of 6 yards there gets them closer to the goal line with second down coming up. One man in the backfield, that's Gordon, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Brissett sets to throw it. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Sturgis for the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, what a move. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39, Green 39. All right, now lucky 56, lucky 56. Gone.
Rosen will throw. Flush to his right. And Matthews has it right side. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On 1st down, it's Rosen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. And Gresham has it left side. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now it's Rosen. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And Dawson's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
So out come the Chargers. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, L.A. Tyrell Williams, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Detroit! Detroit! Let's go!
On 2nd down, Rosen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Let's go!
we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. And he comes back with one complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So for the home team here, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Southern California.